Hello all. Is it recording? Yes. Hello all. This video is in continuation with the previous video where I've shown how to deploy a machine learning model on IBM and scoring it with the Python SDK, right? And today I'll be showing you how to integrate a Python Flask framework to the model which is deployed. So if you are developing any web page using Python or any other Python, then you should leverage a framework called Flask framework. Actually, this framework is a code library that makes developers' life easier when building reliable, scalable, and different kinds of web application, because it provides reusable codes and extensions for common operations. Of course, there are many number of frameworks for Python, which is Tornado, Pyramid, and Django. But today we will be using Flask framework. So whenever you deploy a Flask framework, you should actually have a templates folder wherein you have to store all your HTML pages, and you should have a Python script. Here the name is app.py, so where this script acts like a server inside scripting. So I've already created a web framework web pages for the model that is deployed in the previous video. So I'll show you the folder. So if you see, I have created a HTML page index name. So here you can see all the inputs that a user can enter. Actually, I don't have CSS for this, so that's the reason the HTML page is looking like that. So my CSS code is being written in the other folder, which is a static folder. So if you see in the static folder, you have a name called style. So the styling for that index page is written over here. So this will be taken care by this Python script. So let me show you the output, and then let's write coding for that. So for that, you have to first open any of the prompts. If you have Anaconda installed, open Anaconda prompt, and now navigate to the folder where your Python script is. So my script is in D drive. Now I'm just typing Python space app.py. Whenever you click on enter, your Python script will allow you to run your web application on the given local host. The port is 5000. Now navigate to your browser, click on local host colon 5000. So this is the UI that I've built for the model. So in that model I have 10 columns, so where the user has to select the country, the whether she is a female or a male. So these are all the data that is there in the column. So I'm just clicking on the values. I'm just entering the values randomly. I'm just entering them. Now click on predict. So it says he'll not get exited, right? So let's first get into the HTML code. So first open your spider if you have Anaconda prompt, or PyCharm, any other IDE like PyCharm or Atom. First set your project folder to your Flask folder. Now click on this variable explorer, sorry, the files. Now open your templates where you find index.html page. Now if you see, this is about your CSS part. And now if you see here, I have written something called a bank churn prediction. So this is regarding the heading that I've written on my HTML page. And whenever I have created a button here, right? So whenever you click on predict, that will get redirected to a function which is y underscore predict, that will be written in the Python script. So first, let us start building the web page for choosing the country and all. So here I have used select option for geography, select option for gender, select option for is active member or not, and select option for whether he has credit card or not. So these are all the option based inputs, and then the numerical inputs I have taken it as text input. So I've written, or I have created the text inputs and also a predict button. And once you click on predict, you can see the output has been getting printed over here, right? That will be printed in the place prediction underscore text. So this is the HTML page I have built. So based on your model, if suppose if you have six inputs, then you should only give six inputs. If you have eight inputs, then you have to replace it with the eight inputs in accordance to your data set and your inputs. So this is what the HTML page looks like. Now let's go get into the app.py, the Python scripting file. So if you see, previously I've shown how to integrate the Python SDK, right? So these are all the libraries which are related to the API request for the scoring endpoint that we have got. And now you can see I've written some code like app.route render HTML page. So whenever you click localhost 5000, that is getting redirected to the index.html page that I've created. And in the HTML page, I have written something, right? When you predict, when you click on predict, then that goes to a function which is y underscore predict. So that y underscore predict is being written over here, y underscore predict. So from here, whenever you enter the values, those values are grabbed from the form. So you have, we are grabbing geography, gender, age, tenure, credit card score, all the values. And as your machine learning model will not understand the textual data, we have converted that into binary format, right? So in the same way, whenever he takes the geography, selects the geography of Spain, then this binary number will be returned. And this if it is Germany, this will be written like that. We have created binary numbers for all the selection type of inputs. And then we have created a double array where you can see here. Now the same thing, create a payload where you give your input fields and your values, which is t, to the scoring endpoint. I have also shown where your scoring endpoint will be, so please copy that scoring endpoint and paste it over here. And then print your scoring endpoint, that whichever the output has been getting printed, that will get redirected onto the prediction text. So here we have written prediction text, right? So over there our output will be showcased. So this is how you will be building a web application. So we have will be giving the reference code based on your inputs. You can try changing your view and all. Thank you so much. So this is what and how you integrate a Flask framework.